4。
咦，你怎么卡住了呢？
The above problem refers to the guide rail jamming that many of our customers may encounter during the daily printer operation. To solve this problem, it's necessary for us to first clarify the influences of the guide rail status on the daily printer operation.
The guide rails of 3D printer mainly include Z-axis guide rail and scraper guide rail. The Z-axis guide rail status can affect the overall lifting accuracy of the printer. The scraper guide rail status can affect the normal operation of the coating system. After a certain period of operation, resin residue or other foreign objects may appear and block the guide rails. At this point, we need to perform professional maintenance on the guide rails in a timely manner. Regular cleaning and oiling of the guide rails can ensure the normal operation of the Z-axis and coating actions during the printing process. In addition, after maintenance, it can effectively avoid such problems as abnormal wear of linear guide rails, corresponding axis movement, shaking, jamming, and inaccurate positioning caused by insufficient lubrication, greatly extending the service life of the printer.
Since the maintenance of the guide rails is so important, so how should we effectively clean and lubricate the printer guide rails?
With UnionTech 3D Printer Lite 600 as an example, we need to make a preliminary cleaning of the guide rails before oiling. First of all, dismantle the 3 housings from the equipment cabin. Remove the 2 screws on the right housing, the other 2 on the middle housing, and the 4 screws on the left housing. After disassembling the screws, remove the middle, left, and right housing in sequence. Then, remove the housing from the Z-axis lead screw and guide rail in the same way. After the disassembly is completed, we need to take out the prepared alcohol and clean cloth for cleaning. In this step, we should try to avoid using paper towels to prevent paper scraps from entering the resin material or remaining in the gap of the guide rails. After dipping the cloth in alcohol, squeeze out excess alcohol to keep the cloth moist. The cloth does not need to contain too much alcohol to prevent excess alcohol from splashing into the resin material. Then, wipe with the cloth and clean residual oil stains according to the direction of the guide rails. After cleaning, use a new clean cloth for a second wipe. At this point, our cleaning steps are finished. Next, take out the lubricating oil and syringe we have prepared in advance. Use the syringe to extract an appropriate amount of lubricating oil, and points the needle at the guide rail arm to add lubricating oil in the direction. During the oiling process, you must avoid lubricating oil dripping into the resin tank. In this way, finish the oiling steps on both sides of the guide rails successively. After that, click on the scraper movement test option on the operation screen. Let the scraper run back and forth several times to evenly apply the oil to the guide rails and sliders.
On this basis, the scraper will run more smoothly and the printer lifespan will be effectively extended. The guide rail and lead screw at Z-axis are maintained in the same way, as the Z-axis lead screw and guide rails are oriented vertically. Be careful when cleaning and oiling to prevent foreign matters from splashing into the resin vat.
The above is the printer maintenance operation guide. 1. Regularly clean the guide rails. 2. Add lubricating oil every 3 months and 6 months on the Z-axis guide rails. Thank you for watching. See you next time.